Why and ever was Johnny Depp cast as a Native American as Tonto?
He plays better as Jack Sparrow.
He was Jack Sparrow in this.
Really? How could you get a pirate to play Native American?
Ask Gorbavinsky. The Lone Ranger. So the Lone Ranger takes place in the Wild Wild West, and it stars Arnie Hammer as John Reid, aka the Lone Ranger. No, he's on a hunt with his brother. They get killed, although he gets brought back from the dead from the spirit horse. He gets teamed up with Tonto, played by Johnny Depp. They team up and they are basically vigilantes. Alright, so he did not see Lone Ranger. I did.
Too long to sit through. I didn't want to sit through this movie.
It was too long.
What do you think of this movie overall?
I never really grew up with Lone Ranger. I never really knew about Lone Ranger until like it came out, and then my dad apparently my dad's a Lone Ranger fan. All I know is this. This has that same casting problem that they did with The Last Airbender. You do not cast a white guy as a Native American. Just like with The Last Airbender. You don't cast white people as Asian characters. That's what they do for Lone Ranger.
That's bad.
One thing. Arnie Hammer sucks as the Lone Ranger. He sucks. And people saying he should be Batman, stop it. Just stop. Batman's supposed to be dark. He's supposed to be more cold.
Christian Bale.
He's too goofy. He's not Batman.
He's like George Clooney Batman. If you were to say that, like he's like the George Clooney Batman.
I can agree with that actually. He is not gonna be Batman. If I had to choose a Batman right now, it'd be Carl Urban from Dredd and Star Trek. Johnny Depp as Tonto. Who casted Johnny Depp as Tonto? Johnny Depp was not Tonto. He was Jack Sparrow again. There's literally a scene in a film where like they're trying to talk to Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah, she's in the movie by the way, and she's actually and she's she's this birdcage. I know he's had to stuck in the birdcage. It's like, let's roll out. And then he goes and I'm like, dude, you're not Jack Sparrow in this, you're a Native American, act like it. But I will say this, there are two things I liked about this thing, two things I surprisingly liked this movie. The beginning and ending action sequences, I like those things, they showed promise. And I like the score by Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer did score the film.
Really?
Yeah.
This movie?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, he did a great job of doing the score for it. Like, it was like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It had that score, but he also added to it and made it epic, it made it good. It goes on for like, what, 5-10 minutes? But how Hans Zimmer does that score, it's like, well, I was actually getting entertained by it. Arnie Hammer and Johnny Depp as Tonto and the Lone Ranger, they showed promise. Afterwards, that promise was shat on. They didn't even act like they were friends, they acted like they're almost kind of mortal enemies. Another thing I hated about this movie was the length. This was too long.
That's what I've heard too.
Way too long. This is longer than The Dark Knight.
What?
Yeah. This is longer than The Dark Knight. Basically, the whole plot is that the old Tonto is explaining his adventures to the Lone Ranger to this little kid. The little kid, I looked him up, he was one of the kids in Spy Kids 4. There are actually scenes where they don't even explain what happened, how a character got to a certain scene. Like, alright, spoiler, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. There's a scene where Tonto gets out of jail to help out Lone Ranger, and the kid goes like, wait, how did he get out of jail? And Tonto's like, and then it cuts to the next scene. And plus, most of the action sequences take place on train. Well, I guess the Wild Wild West, but come on, you couldn't have had like a shootout or something like that? God, this film was just way too long. I did not like this movie at all. There were some redeeming qualities that actually get it above a 0.5. I won't be that generous. There were plot twists in there that I saw coming a mile away, like who the real main villain was. It was predictable, it was too long, it was too bloated. I honestly did not like this movie, guys. Lone Ranger was a failure in the box office. You wanna know how much of a failure? Okay, it cost $225 million to make. $225 million. It's only made back $175 million.
R.I.P.'s worse.
Yeah, true. Overall, The Lone Ranger, it's too long. Arnie Hammer is not Batman. He's not Batman. Johnny Depp, he's not Tonto. He's still Jack fucking Sparrow. The only good parts were the beginning and action sequences and the score by Hans Zimmer. I did not like Lone Ranger at all. It's one of my worst films of the year. I'm sorry to say it. So, you know, I'm gonna be a bit generous on this film just a little bit because I like the score, I like the action sequences, the beginning and end ones, that's it. I'm gonna give Lone Ranger a 1 out of 5 stars. 1 out of 5. I did not like this movie at all. If you have a kid, sure they'll like this movie, but honestly, I would not take a kid to see this movie. I would not recommend to see this. Gorbavinsky, you really gotta get your shit together, man. Seriously. So that was my review of The Lone Ranger. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Lucas always questioning me. And until the next review, we will see you guys next time.
See you later and stay awesome.
Seriously, do it. Do it. Do it.